Hey guys, my name is Dan Thompson. I work with Claris Networks. I am the manager of the Advanced Infrastructure team. And what we're talking about today is identity theft and how Facebook can be used against you. Facebook itself can be a treasure trove of information that attackers could potentially use. And the really sad part about it is we're giving this information away. So things that you want to think about to kind of protect yourself from ID theft, or most specifically people using your Facebook account against you, would be things like posting your birth date. What I do personally is I always use July 4th because number one, it's easy for me to remember, because if you ever travel outside the country, Facebook may ask you what your birthday is as a way to authenticate you because it recognizes you that you're out of the country. Anyway, so you'll want to use some date other than your actual birthday. Researchers actually found a couple of years ago that if they knew your hometown and your birthday, they could with reasonable success guess your social security number. Now that's obviously very scary, so we don't want to give them any of that information. That actually leads to my second point, your hometown. You may consider either leaving that blank and just using current city, or making your hometown something obscure or just not accurate. Some people don't really like that idea because maybe they went to elementary school or middle school with somebody and they want to reconnect with them. But again, consider just using your current city and not your hometown, or at least don't label it as your hometown. The last little tidbit of information I want to give you, as our children are getting older, us as adults tend to use our current name. So like as an example, your wife may have her maiden name listed in her profile. Well, as you have kids and they get older, well, now their mother's maiden name is listed on Facebook. And if you use apps like Family Tree or whatever, your children may be tied to you and listed as your children. So people can log on to your kids' web pages, or Facebook pages rather, and see that, oh, here's their mother and this is their mother's maiden name. And obviously we all know your mother's maiden name is used as an authentication piece for things like credit card numbers and maybe some of your online bill pay. This is interesting though, because as the older generations like my parents are getting online, they typically don't use their maiden names. And I don't have a really good explanation for that, except for like my mother as an example. She's been married longer than she wasn't married, so most of her friends know her now by her married name and not her maiden name, and all her old school buddies now know her by her married name. So anyway, those are just some quick tips on how to make your Facebook page not a bad thing so that attackers can use it against you. Have a great day.